Breaking news, a heated, divided meeting, we are told, just took place between at least a dozen members of the Academy of Arts and Sciences over this.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked.
Nick White's name out mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's
G.I. ジェーンのジョークだったんです。
I'm going to, okay?
So that was the uncensored version, I'm told, aired by broadcasters in Japan. But 45 minutes later, Smith, who, as you saw, returned to his seat, would go on to win the Academy Award for Best Actor for his portrayal of Serena and Venus Williams' father, Richard, in the film King Richard. But all everyone's talking about today is that slap. And with us now is global brand and PR brand strategist Marvette Brito. She's the president and CEO of the Brito Agency. Marvette, thanks so much for being with us. I still have to just kind of catch my breath when I watch that. What goes through your mind?
What immediately went through my mind was that Will Smith brought the weight of his wife's wounds and his character into the room. Immediately, you saw that he saw her pain. It was funny at first, but when he saw the way that that joke fell on Jada, it was no longer a joke to him. And he took it very personally. He took it as an assault on his black wife, on his black queen, on black women. And that is the response that we saw from him. When you think about this role that he played, and when you think about King Richard and the way that he referenced that role, we know that he had to advocate for his co-star, Aunjanue Ellis, throughout the process. He spoke of that. So I think for Will to see Jada, remember, he had the context, but Chris didn't have the context of why.
That she has the alopecia,
Exactly.
which is an autoimmune disease
Exactly.
that has resulted in hair loss.
Exactly. And so for him, it wasn't about Will Smith, the actor. It was about Will Smith, the man. That is who we saw. That is how he responded.
And yet we look at his apology, which did not mention Chris Rock by name. Let's watch how he addressed this.
Richard Williams was a fierce defender of his family. I want to apologize to the Academy. I want to apologize to all my fellow nominees. Art imitates life. I look like the crazy father, just like they said. I look like crazy father, just like they said about Richard Williams. But love will make you do crazy things.
Love will make you do crazy things, he says. How does that explanation hold up for you? Is it enough?
I think that understanding the context, Will wrote about in his book how he saw his father be abusive to his mother, and he wasn't able to do anything about it, and he holds that as a regret. Not that that's an excuse for his behavior, an excuse to assault Chris Rock, who did not deserve that, and who showed grace and humility in a very difficult moment. But it does give you insight into Will Smith's mind, into his heart, into what he felt. He jumped into protector mode. He wasn't able to protect his mother when he was a 9-year-old, but he was certainly able to protect his wife in that moment, and that's what he did.
But yet he is in the public eye, so you have to have thick skin being
Absolutely.
in his role, in his shoes. And physical abuse of somebody else is never the answer, right? And here he was. Before you respond, I just want to show his mindset as it appears after the Oscar ceremony, as he is getting jiggy with it at this after party with his Oscar, some might say. He doesn't look remorseful for hitting Chris Rock. He wasn't punished in the moment by being taken out of the Academy Awards. So, I mean, the optics here aren't good, right? If you were to advise him, what would you tell him?
I agree. What he did was a mistake, but you can't judge a man, particularly Will Smith, by one mistake. The totality of his career, he's exemplified great character, dignity, integrity for the most part. Going and partying without really speaking and atoning and showing remorse may not have been the smartest behavior. If I or if I had an opportunity to talk to him, that might not have been the optics, because the optics that the world was left with was an assault, a global assault on a fellow colleague. That assault, that slap went around the world. And so to celebrate, or to see people celebrating that behavior, was not the right optics. But again, I do think in the moment it was a mistake that will now have to carry. It'll be a part of his brand and a part of his handprint for the rest of his life and the rest of his career. But I do think that him and Chris will come together and move past this. I think culturally we can move past it, and I think as two black men they can move past it. But we saw him protecting a black queen, and we saw Chris understand what that was, and understanding it was just a joke, but it wasn't a joke to Will. And I think that hopefully everyone can move forward having learned a lesson that yes, you have to have a thick skin being in this industry, but people still feel. And he felt, and that was the response of the way that he felt.
And again, now we know the Academy is at least contemplating next steps as far as any kind of discipline in their shoes. Thank you so much for being here with us
Thank
and
you for
providing
having me.
that perspective.